So I promised I wanted to build, I don't know if I promised, but I want to build another daylight, but I want it to be in the colors of the American Freedom Train. So what do we got to do? Well, first we got to start with this locomotive. We got to round up some wheels. And the first thing we're going to do is get underneath and see if we have enough wheels to even start this project, or if I'm going to have to start out by ordering stuff. So here's our parts, and we need this many wheels. All right, so we need 4 of the regular train wheels. Okay, so we have the 4 regular train wheels, and then the way I have this set up, it is 4 flanged wheels and 2 non-flanged wheels. So this looks like I was set up. There's 4 flanged wheels. Okay, there's our 4 flanged wheels. No tires. No tires. I think those are tires. And then we need 4 unflanged wheels. Well, there's 2. What comes in this? 2 and 1. So we're going to have to open up 2 sets of these to get what I want. Okay. So there we go. We have the wheels. Now, it looks like I've used 2 regular wheel sets, and we have a couple worth of with the what is that? The plow on the front. So let's see what we got here. These are regular. Yep. So there we got 2 of those, and then we need. It really does look like I set this up, doesn't it? All right. So that is the wheels. I don't think, looking in here, it does not look as though, oh, rubber bands. How many sets of rubber bands what comes in here? 2? I think we need, that's not Lego. I think we're going to need 2 of those boxes. Let's grab 2 of those boxes. No, those are axles. Are these axles? If those are all axles, that makes sense that those are axles and not rubber bands. Look, there's a wheel axle all put together already. So we have the wheels. That gets us started, right? So I guess the next thing is we need to see what kind of chassis we need. That means we're gonna have to probably disassemble, or just see what we got. Let's just see what we got. This is the daylight, and people watching earlier in the video would have noticed that I was not showing the daylight. I was showing the AFT one, but it does have. I can't get the angle right here. Where am I at? It does have the same number wheel, or has the same wheel configuration. So this is the daylight, and what we're trying to build right now is this. And through the editing process of YouTube, here we go. This is our 484 configuration, or at least it's most of it. It gets, here's all the wheels that we got. It gets it stable. Looks just like the one that we have. There's a few color variations here. Mostly where I've used red, and I shouldn't have. And I also have a light bluish gray here where it should be a dark bluish gray. I'm going with the dark bluish gray. These arms here, which are supposed to look like springs for the suspension. Yes, trains actually have a suspension, big steam engines. I only had black. I didn't have the light bluish gray that I used here. We do not have the driving rods. I do not have any of the driving rods. I'm going to have to order all of that configuration. But that does get us a that gets us a pretty good start. The next thing we got to do is build. Oh, I do not have any of the white axles. And these are using 1x6. No, not 1x6. 6 long white axles. If you know, you know. But those are hard to get. Well, I don't know if they're hard to get. They're expensive. Let's just put it that way. They're expensive. So I got those coming. So right now these are temporary. I don't know what's in there. Looks like I used black, and then I used pins. Whereas this has 4 axles. Right now I have 2 axles, and then I'm using pins. So I'll change the pins out for the axles when they get here. And they're on order. I had to get them from Canada. Driving rods. Then we'll start building the body. All right. And getting the color scheme. All this up here is going to be pretty decent. I mean, it's just going to be copying. No, I don't have digital instructions. So the next thing we need to do is put this on the track. We'll put it in front of the daylight's tender. And we're just going to do a test run just to make sure that everything is up to snuff, that it's working. This is also light. There's no cab on it. I guess we could put this on. We could put the body on to give it some weight. We'll see how it runs. But I just want to give it a couple runs, and we might take it through the switch just to make sure it's gonna do as good as this one. At any rate. All right, let's go see that. Okay, so that was the test. I ran it through the switches. It looked like it worked pretty good. I was pleased. Everything did as expected. We didn't have any derailments. That going through that switch is pretty awkward. Again, there's no weight on it. We were using my L&N diesel. That was an A and B unit to push it. So again, pretty happy. So now I'm going to show you a series of clips that of me building the body. And it turns out that when I kind of got going into the building, I stopped and took video at each step, but I didn't do a lot of talking about it. It's hard to sit here and build and talk and get good video of each little step, especially when I'm playing, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to mimic the daylight, the orange train. So I need the build to be the same, but I need the colors to be different. So let's look at that clip, or those clips. There's several clips. Okay, so here's where we're at. This is it. We're obviously missing pieces. We're missing pieces here. I have that all looking pretty good. We have the bell. We have the horn. Whoop, there's the horn. We have the whistle. So these are all matching my original daylight. I did steal this piece so that I could get that one done. And I left it on here when I got that done. So I ordered a new one of these. Those things are over $10 a piece. That little cone. This little cone piece right here. Yeah, quite expensive. I also added these little ears. Let's see, you can't see that right there. I added these little ears that were not on the daylight, but I think I'm going to add them to it because I kind of like that detail. Yeah, so for right now, we have parts on order. I have parts on order. We'll get those in, and we'll get this finished up, or get it pretty close. I think with the parts that I have on order, I'll get about 90% complete. Full disclosure, I have already started on the Tinder, so we'll see what video clips I have of that. And the Tinder is one of those things. I built that same style Tinder, different, I have a pattern that I use to build those Tinders, and I have built them. I could almost build that in my sleep. So yeah, it didn't take me very long. And when I found that I had quite a few of the pieces that I needed to get, I was surprised that I got this far here, and then was able to get as far as I did on a Tinder. But the Tinder and the next steps are all going to be another video. So that wraps this one up for now, this video. I'm really pleased with the progress. Thanks for watching.